Now, it's not only ladies that prostitute. We have more men who prostitute than women.
Yeah, you tell us more about that.
Yeah.
No, that a man patronizes a prostitute doesn't make him a prostitute.
Yeah. Okay, you are the chief organizer.
No,
We're talking about demand and supply.
What they are saying
If
is
I
that
bring goods and sell to you and you buy and pay me, I will bring it back next time.
No. What they are saying is, that
when we are
a
talking
man
about
steals
when we are
doesn't
talking
make
about
the person a
prostitution,
thief.
Okay.
it's an exchange of value for money. So you're selling your body to me.
So do
I'm
men
paying
do
for
this?
it.
Yes.
So I'm not prostituting. You are prostituting.
Why would I come second time?
No, now.
Okay,
So
okay.
there is- you have a choice
please.
to
Okay,
actually
so
stop
please
me.
tell
No,
us.
male that
Tell us how
The
men
male that
prostitute.
is
You're a
you
man,
that
right?
is paying.
You're a
They
man.
have a choice not to
You
pay
that
or
is
something
paying
out
a
of it.
prostitute. What
Do you know
are
in
you?
Nigerian?
No,
Do you
the
know
moment I
Hold
have
on,
sex, the
hold
moment I involve in sexual intercourse in exchange for money, that makes me a prostitute.
Yes.
Okay.
Not when I pay for it.
So when you pay for it, what are you?
So
I'm a customer.
that's
Customer of what?
No,
you came to buy art.
Do you know? Do you know?
Okay, can I ask you a question? Please. When you go to the market to purchase groceries, does it mean you are a trader?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to NEN 65 podcast at NEN 65 Studio. I'm your host, Esther Usara. And today here in our midst, we have two gentlemen and three beautiful ladies, that's including me. And we're going to talk on a very a topic that is so broad and sometimes it's been ignored. We're talking on prostitution. Now our take here is, should prostitution be justified? Should we just let them be, or should we judge them? Here I'm not alone, like I said. I have with me
Dion in your bone.
Zegi.
Chika Chima.
Okay, my Bronson.
Okay, you're all welcome to the session.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I would love to ask you, Mrs. Okeme,
Yeah.
what do you know about prostitution? Can you tell us?
Well, I think prostitution means exchanging, using your body as a means of to sleep with somebody, have an intercourse with somebody in exchange for money. That's what prostitution means. And I think it's the oldest form of profession because it's there in the Bible. We had prostitutes in the Bible. So is it a good thing? Should people talk about it? Yes, people should know about what prostitution is and how it can be managed, how it can be stopped. Can it be? I don't even think it can be stopped, but it can be managed and people can be aware of it. Because I think I've spoken with people. I've had the opportunity to pastor the teens church for over 4 years. And I have, young girls that come to me and they tell me things like, we didn't know we're going to go and sleep with somebody. I went and slept with the person and the person gave me money. Now she didn't know, she just heard. We are going visiting, we are visiting somebody. And she followed her friend. And at the end of the day, it was all about sleeping. There was a sexual exchange or something that was involved. And then there was a money being paid. So I had to use the opportunity to tell her or tell them that this is called prostitution. You are actually trading your body for money. That money, what did you use it for? Some of them like, Pastor, I was hungry, I was this, I was being pushed, So most people, parents rarely talk about this.
You mentioned stopping it. Who is saying anything about stopping prostitution?
It can be managed.
No,
not
you
actually stopped.
stopping it makes it sound like as if it's a criminal, it's an offense, or
It is an offense
to you.
when
No, it's not.
somebody takes a child. That child prostitutes. They are pedophiles.
Yeah, that's
who
pedophiles,
engage
not
It's not
in-
prostitution.
Who engage in, sleeping with children. And now they are adults who put these children into the process of prostituting.
Traffic.
That is trafficking.
They traffic them.
But this is prostitution, as in consent, as a consenting adult, involving in prostitution is not a crime. In fact, prostitution has even done more good to this society, our society at large, than...
Okay, calm down. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Mr. Inyemo,
The way you opened your eyes.
what do you think about this? I mean, prostitution, when somebody say prostitution, you know, most times the society basically judge ladies like they call ladies prostitute. You hear them say ashawo. Do you think it's only ladies that prostitute?
No, I think it has nothing to do with gender.
Okay.
And I am pro the fact that it should be encouraged. As a matter of fact, I think it should be licensed. The reason I'm saying that is because you can't abolish prostitution. You end up pushing it underground. When you push it underground, you're encouraging violence.
And you can't control it.
And you can control it. Now, if you encourage it, you are, giving up for several sex opportunities, and people get to learn, and then proper health standards. Now, prostitution is one of the oldest professions, like one of my co-panelists just said. Now, if we preach autonomy for every other profession, why then should we not preach for prostitution? I mean, these are people who have license over their own bodies, and if they seem to exchange that for financial independence, why should we be against them?
I know some countries like the Germany and others that prostitution is legalized.
Why would you even want to fight what you cannot stop?
So do you think now prostitution should be legalized here in Nigeria?
If you've not legalized a prostitution as a government, you're only mocking yourself, because it's been going on. So instead of trying to
I'm
stop,
almost dumbfounded.
What you cannot
These
stop.
people are making me see
No,
prostitution
why
in
not-
different lights.
why not
In a
regulate
different
it?
light.
Okay, let me tell
Why
you.
try to strip people of their source of income?
Let me tell you
hold
the
on.
good part of prostitution. Okay, let's assume we abolish prostitution today. No more prostitutes. No more prostitutes. And do you know the girl child become an endangered species? You can walk on the road, one sex starved idiot just dive you.
Oh.
And sex, let me put it straight. If we abolish prostitution, ladies at home who are married will use sex as a tool against their husbands. Because if I'm married, deny me sex, what happens? I go out into the street, I don't bother you.
Man, what do you think about that? Oh, okay, this is getting...
Where are they from again?
They're not Nigerians. They cannot be.
Where are they from? I need
They
to
are-
raise
they are
up
Nigerians,
to attack
rather.
that.
They are Nigerians.
Okay, yeah, for me, yeah.
Okay, even the Bible you guys believe in. Christ
You
even
guys.
threw his support behind
Oh
prostitution.
my...
Where he said, if you've not
I thought you
committed
don't read the
sin-
Bible.
Cast, be the
Yeah,
first
yeah,
cast.
yeah. Because he didn't see judgment in her. Who are you to judge the person?
Oh my
You know?
Okay.
We are not judging the person,
Okay,
we are
so
judging the act.
What act?
Prostitution is an
What
act.
is prostitution?
Okay, let's hear Mrs. Chima. Let's hear our own part of the story. Prostitution, can it be denied? Should it be stopped? Should
Okay,
we just...
the truth is that prostitution cannot be denied, number one. It can't be stopped, but it can be avoided and well managed. Why am I
Okay.
saying that? Now, it's not about gender here, but I'm a lady, so let me speak from a lady's corner. Because before we go to find out that men also do this thing, it was mainly only women. Everywhere you go, ashawo. In fact, just now, ashawo, women. We just got to discover that even men serve ashawo past
They are the
women.
bigger ashawo.
Do you understand? so while we're still on the female being ashawo, now, I took upon myself to do a particular, when I say a course, or maybe like a program, or maybe evangelism, going to one of our brothels here in Uyo, where we know they stay, trying to see how can I win them to Christ.
How
Do you
do
know what
they
I got
even
to-
get into it?
Do you know what I got to understand? A lot of them, now, I know you people will say that life has choices. Yeah, we had choices to make. We could have said no. We could have said that. Yeah. But a lot of them got into this thing because of where they found themselves.
Because of
Now-
hunger. Let's talk about it.
That's what I'm
Hunger
saying.
and poverty is
Number
what
one,
enables prostitution.
a girl,
What are you
okay.
talking about? It should be legalized. It should be this.
A young girl
Are you serious?
who didn't have a father or a mother goes to the uncle to live with the uncle. Oh, like me now, I grew up knowing that my father's brothers are my first protectors.
Yes.
If my dad is not there. But why should my uncle start touching me at night? Why should my uncle start telling me, okay, come here, Chika, I have seats for you. Sit down here. Before you know it, I'm like, oh, okay, that means
It's normal.
for me to,
If my uncle can do
give
it,
me
then
sweet.
it's normal.
That means I have to. Before you know it,
I'm on the
from
streets.
my uncle's room to my uncle's neighbor, to the streets.
That's not a good reason. That's the reason.
No, hold
to become a
on.
prostitute.
Hold on. No, you can't say that. No, you can't. Because if you were the uncle, you could have helped her out of that mess. Probably send her to school, send her to go learn something to do, and not to start touching her body and giving her sweets and telling her, I will buy you this, I will buy you that. Now for the wives, because I'm married, for the wives, they said most married men are prostitutes. What happened to the men?
Most married men are
What happened to the men that actually pushed the women out to go prostitute? Why? You sex starve your wife, number one. Number two, whatever she brings to the table, you ask her, what is the table? We are tables.
That's it. That's
Did you actually see that your wife is your helpmate, not helpmate? Because most men think it's helpmate. It's helpmeet.
Meat. Thank you.
Do you understand? Now I come to you as a wife. I have this thing. Okay, I want to do this. I want to do that. This one, I want to do that. No, don't worry. Don't worry.
You talk down on your wife. Then your wife has somebody who
wants to help and push her. You say she's what the hell?
No man pushes the wife to prostitution.
Please,
Prostitution,
99% of wives that prostitute, the husbands push them out to eat.
Prostitution is a choice.
Because you not support.
It is a choice.
You didn't teach. You didn't know. It's not a choice.
And just like Mrs. Shika said, that
my husband gave me a good support.
family.
Why would I go outside?
Okay. Your husband didn't support you. Then of all things, you can go and work in the bakery. But it's not prostitution. It has already been in your eyes. You don't know your eyes.
Listen, that bakery I went to, I got employed.
And the manager said you must sleep with.
That bakery I went to, somebody's working there. The manager, I went to a job. Probably somehow I was doing my job well, and like manager don't call me one kind eye. This woman how far? Next thing, Chika, can I see my office? You come. So Chika, as I was saying. I'm like, sir, no. Listen.
Said your job is at stake.
You look for something and write. Query Chika for this. No, just because you want to get under my skirt. Are you kidding me?
Look for
and because I want listen. Really? Because hunger don't finish for a house. I don't get what I want to do. I won't get job. I
you have to pay.
I won't think it twice.
There is no justifying prostitution, even though I don't see it as a criminal.
That's why I said that. You don't tell me I had a choice.
Yeah, you have a choice.
You have a choice.
There is always a choice. There's always a choice. No, there's a choice.
Then I'll have depression.
Okay. What will you tell a guy from a very poor background with no anything? Instead of becoming an arm robber, he decides to be carrying cement or daily to get paid daily. He has a choice.
What do you tell that guy that wants to carry cement and the owner of the house says that that guy that is a bricklayer must come and sleep with her first before he builds her house?
You go to another sport of carrying cement.
And he happens again.
But ladies will just choose. In fact, some of them.
Okay.
It's not only ladies that prostitute. Men prostitute.
There are two reasons. There are two reasons ladies get into prostitution.
Tell us 2 reasons why men go. Why do men go into prostitution?
One is because finance, money. Then the second one is some women are natural nymphos.
Okay, I'm coming there. That's some women, even some men are natural nymphos. Yeah, because they are the ones that patronize these women. But I want you guys to help me talk about this part that you're rich, you have everything you need, but you still prostitute as a man or as a woman. I mean, what causes it?
It's something that person is missing
in that home.
There's something that is missing. Now it may not be a married couple. It may be a single guy who cannot face a woman or a lady to talk to a woman. It may be a guy who is a nerd who loves to read, doesn't have time for girls. Girls feel that he doesn't look very fine. So he could now decide to go into that. Now, it's not only ladies that prostitute. We have more men who prostitute than women.
Yeah, you tell us more about that.
Yeah.
So, no, that a man patronizes a prostitute doesn't make him a prostitute.
Yeah. Okay, you are the chief organizer.
No, we're talking about demand and supply.
If I bring goods and sell to you and you buy and pay me, I will bring it back next time.
No. What you're saying is that a man steals doesn't make the person a thief.
Okay.
It's an exchange of value for money. So you're selling your body to me.
So
I'm paying for it.
Yes.
So I'm not prostituting. You are prostituting.
Why would I come a second time?
No, now.
Okay,
So
okay.
there is- you have a choice
please.
to
Okay,
actually
so
stop
please
it.
No,
tell
no,
us.
male that
Tell us how
The
many
male that
prostitutes-
is
You're a
you
man,
that
right?
is paying.
You're a
They
man.
have a choice
I
not to
You
pay
that
or
is
something
paying
out
a
of it.
prostitute, what
Do you know
are
in
you?
Nigerian?
No,
Do you know
the
in
moment
do you know in
I,
Nigeria?
the moment I
Hold on.
have sex, the
Hold
moment I involve in sexual intercourse in exchange for money, that makes me a prostitute.
Yes.
Okay.
Not when I pay for it.
So when you pay for it, what are you?
So
I'm a customer.
that's
No,
you came to buy art.
Do you know? Do you know in
So
Nigeria? Do you know?
you're
I don't know.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
Please.
When you go to the market to purchase groceries, does
Yes.
it mean you are a trader?
This is getting more interesting, guys.
In our constitution, in Nigerian constitution, if you are caught with a certain quantity of cannabis, of weed, a quantity that cannot be tradable, that is true,
Yeah.
they will let you go. It's not a crime.
Okay, yeah, I just want to respond to what you said about someone being rich, whether it's a man or a woman, and still goes out there to prostitute. Now, we need to first understand that wealth does not guarantee emotional stability. So loneliness can drive someone to do that. Isolation also. So I can be wealthy, but I'm lonely. I'm isolated. Probably we talk about, temperament and all, and I think I'm not someone who is, vocal, and I can't probably approach a lady. My wealth can solve that for me. So I just have to know what, go out there and give myself up.
Okay, so back to this prostitution stuff. I mean, so does it mean that anytime you have sex with a man or a woman and the person gives you money as a gift or in whatever format, it's prostitution?
Any transactional sex is prostitution. And men are not prostitutes. The prostitutes are women.
Don't worry,
You know,
we'll
by
get to that.
standard.
We'll get to
By
that.
standard, because
Oh, that's
like I was saying, a gram of weed is not punishable by Nigeria standard or law.
And
But when you now carry a bag of it, you have damage a dealer.
Okay.
So when a man, how many times, how long can a man stand on the road and solicit for sex? Give me money and I'll give you sex.
Every day now.
They'll get tired.
Do you know it's easier for a man to approach a woman for sex than the woman going for a man for sex?
Yeah.
Are you not aware of that?
When money is
it's
involved,
approaching
it's
you
easier
with
for a
money.
lady.
So are you saying that women love money more than men?
Of course.
No.
More than men?
No, you people are complicating it.
Yeah,
now.
because
you say
you're
yes,
saying
you
A,
say
you're saying B.
yeah. So let's hear from you.
A man can meet you.
No,
like,
because-
he likes you.
Not
Right?
out, not
In his
Esther.
mind, he wants sex. You guys
I
are
know that
adults.
very
You know this
well.
guy wants sex.
Yeah.
You also know this guy wants sex.
Yes.
You now start bringing those vibe of money. Start giving him those signs of, man, you pay.
Why will you see
Even
me?
without saying
Why
it.
will you see me? Then the first thing in your head is
It's
sex.
sex.
Because we are naturally sex inclined.
You're always naturally something. Why? Why? Naturally polygamous. You're naturally sex inclined. You're naturally
Attracted
what?
to
A
women.
married man thinks of sex more than he thinks of food.
Why?
That's just
Okay,
natural.
why
so-
should
so-
that be?
Because the libido is high. By
Was
nature.
it that it is high all
High,
the
high,
time?
high, high. So is your libido high now?
Do you know how many?
Yes, like you're seeing
Is
ladies
it
now.
high
Is it
now?
Do you know
high?
how many sperm cells are in a drop of what do you call
Tell
it?
us.
Of the hair of semen?
Tell us.
Is over 1 billion.
So does that make you people act?
You have to
Every time.
You have to
Yeah, you have to give them back.
So who now is the prostitute?
Hey,
The
hey.
prostitute is a person who
Who is distributing?
this man
Who
needs help.
is distributing
This
the
man
high
needs
libido?
help. He meets you. Madam, I need help. You say you pay who?
No, the prostitute
No,
is the
no,
one
hold
who
on,
has
hold on.
like high libido
The man
and
who
wants to
give out needs help.
distribute.
Say it again. Yours
The man who wants to give out needs help. Then you now, you have what he wants.
Yeah.
And you are now charging for it.
You are
Because
you
you're
freaking
a
kidding me?
prostitute.
What is free? What is free in this world?
You can just decline him. So no, there's no help here. Go to another.
And he'll go to a
Really?
goat.
So
And you go to a goat. He will go to a dog.
of
He
men
will go to a
women,
puppy.
the population of
When
men
you
to
got
men ratio,
declined 3, 4,
1 is to
5
10.
times, why didn't you stop?
I say he will go to a goat and a
Why
puppy.
didn't you get
Eh,
tired?
now,
I mean,
why
so
didn't
who
you
is the
stop?
prostitute?
Because you also had the option to
No,
not to continue. But
Which
you continue
woman
going.
have you seen sleeping with a
Why would
with
you
a
want to
horse?
stop?
Is it not men that do it?
Guy was saying something.
Okay, ma, please,
Now do this past us.
is it true, like from what he said, that any transaction you've made in any relationship before or after sex is called prostitution?
No, it's not.
It is.
It is not, sir.
It is.
It is not.
He just
Please, can you
contradicted
give us
himself.
Okay, you said
not.
yes before. I think you should give us a point. Like,
Okay, I said ladies prostitute more than men. Now let's deal with percentages here. If we step into the street, how many male prostitutes are we going to see lined up?
You guys are always
No,
on the
someone lining
ground.
up.
No,
You guys do
that's
it,
why
you
I
guys
said
do it, they
that's
move
why I
away.
said we are dealing
No.
with percentages here, all right?
Okay.
So you can't accuse me of something when you've not caught me with that thing. So if let's say we go into the street of
How
the
do you know that the ladies
So
standing
I
there
do
are
have that.
no,
prostituting?
let's say
And they're
we
not
go-
marketing for a
let's say
particular
we go into the
service.
street of Uyo today.
Yeah,
Who are we going to see?
on the streets
On the
doing
street,
what? Sleeping
women.
with men?
Begging for
No. Transacting their body for money.
How?
Are we going to
Did you
see the
them?
men?
Did you see them doing that?
Okay,
Are we going to see them?
have
No, do
you
you see
ever
them do that?
have you ever
See the
walked
man.
up, have you ever walked up to any man in this way and said, man, I'm feeling horny?
Why
And
should
the
I
man
do
tells you
that?
10,000.
Why should I even walk up to a man for that?
So the men are bold enough. The ones that are bold enough to and living in their
So
truth.
who are the
What's up
That's
to
when
you?
you were bold
What's
enough
up
and
to
had
you?
option.
Maybe as a
Not to
neighbor.
go meet a girl and keep that and
Okay,
pay her for
So
it.
who are the
please,
prostitutes
let's
now?
calm
Those
down,
people
let's
going
calm
to the women.
This topic is really, really broad. I mean, look at prostitution. Should we legalize it?
Please, yes, as fast as possible.
Ma, what do you say? What do you think?
This is not what
Should
we
be
should
legalized.
laugh about. This
Should
is
be
not what we
legalized.
should laugh. I don't know what the guys over there are talking about or they are thinking.
Over here.
I don't know what they are thinking and why they should say that. Because, they stand as an object of admiration for so many young men and women that admire them. You can never say that prostitution should be legal. How?
Do you know as we are
is that a
talking
job?
as at
is that a job?
late last week, Tinubu still went to was it France for another loan. You're going to collect loan up and down. While means of generating revenue in Nigeria is here, and you are criminalizing.
What's the means? What's the means?
No, it has an economic
Yeah,
value.
yes.
It does.
You
It
pay
has
government
an
their own
economic
share,
value.
their own
Of course.
a particular, then legalize strippers club everywhere. And you see people, young men, instead of going to all sort of this, they will be okay. This evening after work, I'm going to strip club. Even without legalizing it, do you know how many strip clubs are in Lagos?
That means you're going to, in another way, be encouraging crime and a
No,
lot of things.
no.
Because
How
these
did we get
people will
here?
be going
There
to,
were- there were
they will
people
go
celebrate
to push drugs, they will go to do
No,
all manner of
no,
illegal
no.
things to get money to pay.
Why are there many strippers club in Lagos? Who are those that patronize them? They are male prostitutes.
No, now.
Men are not prostitutes.
No, now.
Let's talk about guys.
Okay, wait,
Let's
wait.
establish
No,
A
it.
man can be a womanizer.
Let's establish a fact first.
Okay, man can- okay, now the word is womanizing.
Yeah, a man
Womanizer, okay, a man.
Okay, Esther,
We've
you
already
walk up-
established
you
that.
walk up to money, for sex. Will money ever ask for money?
I can't even. She's not even go to money for
It
sex.
is not transactional. It's not prostitution.
Okay, thank you.
And let's not rule out the fact that two people seeing each other, let's say a boyfriend and a girlfriend, and then we are supposed to enjoy sex ourselves, both of us, and then we finish enjoying sex. I should be the one to pay for it, and then give. No, does it
Okay,
make
so are
sense?
you saying even if it's transport money given to the
For
girl
what?
when...
For what? Are you kidding?
Wait, for what? She came to visit you, right?
For what?
Something happened. And then
For what?
shouldn't she pay transport? I mean,
I want to take this medium to encourage young men. Stop mingling with broke women.
seriously.
A woman be asking for transport.
oh my god.
To come and have sex that she enjoyed.
Oh my god. Well, these people should say something on
Hold
this.
on,
Say
hold on.
something.
You said for what? Why should you pay?
Transport money.
I
Transport money.
One.
Not money for sex. I mean transport.
Esther.
Okay, if I'm giving you transport money and I decide to save your number on my phone as a Amaka prostitute, and you later see it, will you be angry?
Why shouldn't she be? I mean, she didn't come as a prostitute. She's your girlfriend.
Esther, they've still not answered my question.
Please answer her.
And
Please,
the
my
question
trust.
is,
The
who
question
has
is-
more sperm to
to
distribute?
lease out? To lease out, yes.
Who has more sperm to
And when should
distribute?
having
Because
sex
why
be
is-
the only form of releasing sex? Is that the only form? It's not
Okay.
now. No, seriously.
No, I
Having
didn't
sex is not the only form of a man releasing 10 million sperm in a day. Is that
10
the only,
million.
that's the only
That's
way?
the most natural way. No to
Oh my god. If we keep going like this, I mean, we're not going to
Unless you want
end.
to go to another, you want to divert to something else.
So,
That's the
okay.
natural way.
No. I because you said your defense was that people have 10 billion
Have you ever?
So
I'm
that is why.
asking you, why is sex the only pattern or the mission to get those things released out?
You've seen horny women, right? Have you ever seen a man who is actually horny? He can push down his house.
So why is he not called a prostitute?
No, he's not a prostitute.
He
It's
is
a
a
natural
prostitute.
occurrence.
He is
So
a
women that we don't
prostitute.
have hormones to feel out naturally.
You know, women, they pretend a lot.
You see?
A woman.
Your issue
no,
now is not
no,
sex,
no, 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 no. A woman.
Your issue now is
no, no, I'm trying to tell you.
you have left
a woman
to pretend
A woman
women
can be
now.
horny. Even a married woman.
Eh.
And the husband comes home and says, hey, babe, how are you? She'll start. She's not, you know. She'll say, I'm not anymore.
So that should make you. That should make you see
can't go
that.
outside.
No.
No, that should make you even see that it's not women that are prostitutes.
No, but we've established that prostitution is when there is transactional sex.
Okay.
Right? You receive money for sex. Men don't do that. It really
Okay,
happens.
okay.
Now I
We-
asked the question. I said the men that pay these women that need money.
No,
what
they
are
are
they
not
called?
prostitutes. They are
Okay,
not, they are
wait,
not
hold
prostitutes.
on.
I'm paying for a
You
service.
agreed.
Yeah, I'm paying-
Hold
yeah,
on,
I'm paying for a service.
Mr. Niabong, you agreed that
So I dey sell drugs.
prostitution is not.
What do you be?
Okay.
A consumer.
Please hold on, hold on,
That makes
hold
us
on.
what? What of
You're a
us?
dealer.
No, you're a dealer.
Hold on, you said prostitution is not gender based.
Yeah, it's not.
Can you tell us about the male part of it? Like, how do they operate?
Okay, the male part of it is somewhat hidden. It's somewhat wrapped up in secrecy, in the sense that it goes a long way. I'm going to talk about the beneficial part of this. Now, I'm of the opinion that it should not be abolished. Now, there are so many sex-starved ladies out there. And then you find a man who is willing to exchange his body for money, and then you go pay him.
Okay, so
And
you
that's
pay
it.
the man.
Of course. Now, we have a way of coining words. So now we now have, what we call, after massage, we now call what?
Happy ending.
Happy ending.
Okay.
So I go to a spa, a sex-starved lady goes to a spa, has a good time.
Sex-starved
Massages her
lady.
body. At the end of the day,
Do what?
pays for happy ending. Why should we abolish that?
Okay.
Is it not better that happens than for this lady to probably go do what she's not supposed to do?
Really?
Rape her house
I mean-
or anything.
So you are now telling us on how we can manage it, but
But,
not
but,
how
I,
we can
but
get
I said
legalized.
it. I said it that prostitution should be legalized. It should be
Yeah, you
licensed.
said it.
It
You
should
said
be
it.
licensed so it
So
can be done better.
don't you think that the
It's not a
main
job.
that prostitute should also come out the way women do?
Of course, this is
Since you've accepted it should be legalized.
it's about
Because the
stigmatization.
society is not ready for them.
That's it. It's about
It's not
stigmatization.
ready for them yet.
Why? I mean, why should women be stigmatized and men are not ready
Okay,
to be?
okay. Let's picture this. You go to the street and then you find a man, with just pants.
Well, women don't stand there with just pants.
No,
do
no.
they?
Women stand. They stand with something seductive that can pull a man. For me to pull a lady, I need to go out there and display my abs and show my muscles and be on pants. How does it? How will you see it?
People think he's an idiot.
He doesn't sit well.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard it all. Now, I want to ask this gents and ladies if we should actually judge them. So what do you think? Should we judge these people? This prostitute, this male, female prostitute, should we judge them or we should
they
just...
cannot be judged.
Naturally, I don't think anybody is in a position to judge anybody, because most times, like I will always say it, like I found myself too many times among prostitutes. The time I said I took it upon myself to be going to them, even in Port Harcourt, to talk, like, let me even understand, what are you guys doing? And the stories you will hear, trust me, you will feel so helpless. You'll be like, well, she didn't have a choice. You will always say we have choice, but there are times that things happen to you, or more, till you begin acting, you will know. So I don't think anybody has the right to judge anybody of his or her actions, because you were not in that shoes to know what prompts the person to get to what he or she is doing.
Oga, what do you think? Should we judge them? You said they have choice,
Yes,
right?
though I won't judge anyone.
You're
There's
supposed to
always
now.
a choice. You can't say it. The only time you say you don't have choice, if you are pushed, is when you are being trafficked, maybe under duress or gunpoint. That's when I will say, okay, you don't have any option, no choice. But you're sitting in your house, broke, and then the first thought that comes into your head is, let me go and stand in that junction by 9 p.m. and make money. And I tell you, you don't have a choice. There's always a choice. You chose to do what you're doing, even though it's not a criminal offense.
So are you judging them now?
I can't judge anybody.
You're in between.
I'm not in between. I'm telling you.
Yeah, but-
I'm not judging them. But they shouldn't
And you're
say,
telling them they have
shouldn't say
choice.
there is no choice. How will they say there's no choice? Were you drugged? Were you kidnapped? Were you trafficked? You made this decision as a
Are you
full-fledged
also
woman.
aware of the part that says, for lack of knowledge, people perish?
We are all knowledgeable.
No, you can't say that. Yeah, you can't.
Do you know there's something called conscience? Conscience is one gift
say
nature
that.
gave everybody.
Are
Even
you
an
saying they are
innocent.
not knowledgeable? That they got into prostitution by mistake?
No,
or-
I feel
A lot of
that.
them didn't
Okay,
get
they
it.
don't know
You
when they
said-
pull the clothes.
No,
It just
no,
happens.
you said something about, having to sell your body and all of that. If there are no customers, there wouldn't be anybody to sell.
Exactly.
There will always
No,
be
you-
customers.
you-
I
you
wonder
don't-
they are human beings.
So that means that the men encourage these women.
That's
why I
No,
said-
it doesn't work
I
that
said you
it
guys
does-
are the
it doesn't work.
engineers of this thing. Like you said something. Sorry, you
So
said
you people
that
are not-
a man, when a man is horny, is like, go. I want to. I'm like,
So you people
You
are not
can't find a
called
woman do that.
prostitutes. Whatever
Yes,
you
you
people are
know.
called.
Okay, that's why
you
they
are
are
now
at that
encouraging
point,
women.
I'm already desperate. So whatever that will make me get money out of your
Okay,
pocket, I will get it from you.
let's flip
So
it.
at that point,
let's
why am I
flip
doing
it. Let's
Flip
flip
it,
it.
yeah.
If there is no demand, will there be a supply?
No, of course.
No. So
Yeah, it
now,
depends now.
if I come to
The
you,
ones that demand
if
it.
I no, I'm coming.
Wait,
Now,
wait,
if I come to
sorry.
you, I want to pay for sex. You tell me no. I go to another lady. She tells me no. If I don't find a lady, will there be that demand?
How would they even tell you no?
There
Women
will
are
be that
naturally
supply.
plutonic. They can never say no. No, you must. The first two people will say, maybe you see, you get a yes.
I don't know which side you're from. I don't know which side you're on.
You say women are
Women are insatiable. They are plutonic by nature. They can never.
Really?
If they say no to, let's say 10,000, you increase to maybe 50,000. Who says? Even if it doesn't increase 50,000, increase to 100,000.
So what money cannot do, more money can do.
Exactly, that's happy for you.
Oh, well, guys, if we keep deliberating on this, I mean, we're not going to end because, prostitution is something I wouldn't like anybody to venture into, but we know circumstances, situations, and peers, influences from all kinds can make somebody do that, but you have to do what is right.
But you're not talking
What
about the
is
good
right.
parts of prostitution.
I'm
Why are you
just-
talking about it as
I'm-
if it's a bad mirror to the
It's not
society?
That is why I'm saying you have to do
Which
what
is
is
society.
right.
Which is a good part.
Prostitution has reduced the rate of rapes. One. Prostitution has reduced the rate of divorce.
Maybe.
If my wife is docile, if she's just a cement, instead of chasing her out, let me just,
I need to drink water.
and you are not a prostitute.
And you said I'm actually married.
But then it should
It's
be.
already finished now.
Then it should be stated that stigmatization harms more than actually bringing these
Mainstream.
people.
Okay, so
So
that's
I
the
think we should
disadvantage.
address. I think the society should address the root cause of prostitution. I don't think we should stigmatize. I don't think we should judge them. The root cause of prostitution, more often than not, is poverty. So I think the society should look into the root cause. What causes this? If we are trying to address this, instead of trying to abolish it, let's deal with the root cause. And then, allow the more civil ones and the more, there are people, prostitution is in categories, So there are more civil, the ones that
They
wear
know
suits,
everything. These
suits
men.
Oh,
And they are not called prostitutes.
the ones that wear suit. Okay,
women
and
are
all
too
that.
sentimental. That's where the problem started
Yeah.
from. They are just too sentimental. See, during the first tenure of Donald Trump, one of the reasons why they almost impeached him was because of the story of the prostitutes, Stormy Daniels and Donald Trump. Donald Trump patronized her when he felt like patronizing her. And he didn't owe her. He paid her well. Then when he became a president, or when it was certain that I'm going to become a president, he now sent somebody, go and talk to this lady. That during this my tenure as a president, don't bring up this topic of we had this transactional,
Sex.
Where's the offense?
Okay. All right, guys, we're going to be taking our parting shots soon. But before then, you've heard the advantages and disadvantages of prostituting. I mean, they said it's not bad. They said we should legalize it. Well, for me, I don't know again, I'm confused. So please, ma, take your parting shots. Final.
I want to say that prostitution is bad. If you find yourself in it, you should look for a way and find yourself out of it. Don't let these men who are the ones that should be called prostitutes make you stay in prostitution, because they are actually the prostitutes, not the women.
Thank you.
So make sure that you don't stay in it. If you are caught in it, make sure you get yourself out of it. If you don't have anybody to talk to, join a support group and look for who to talk to get out, quickly get out of it. If not, these men will destroy your life.
Number one, it shouldn't be legalized. Number two, it's bad. Number three, the consequences behind it is worse than the ones that moved you to it. I mean, we can actually find a way to manage it, educate these people. Now you're saying that a man, a man's whatever you called it, like 10 billion that has to be released, and then at that point you start acting like an animal. You want to just get somebody and just start. What if that time you went to get and about to start, the person, the lady, or somehow was already so much like I'm just looking for one. Maybe sometimes it's as low as 1,000 naira,
Which you could have just given.
and you still insist on doing that. So what am I saying? I mean, please, we can actually manage it and possibly find a way to erase it off.
Okay.
Don't legalize it.
Thank you.
Well, instead of the government criminalizing prostitution, I would advise or suggest they regulate and subsidize it. Instead of wasting money in trips for Hajj in Mecca and Jerusalem for people to go and pray for things that won't bring revenue into the country. When you legalize things like prostitution, the economy grows, and most men will be calm-minded. I think so. That is it.
And you people are still not the prostitutes, though. But it makes you calm.
Okay, please let's take your positions.
Oh, I just want to say that prostitution should be legalized, and they should be licensed sex workers. It shouldn't just be anyone out there on the streets. For safety reasons, everybody out there prostituting should be licensed. And I feel everyone should learn to understand them rather than condemn them.
Wow.
So they deserve understanding and not condemnation.
Exactly, man.
Oh, thank you, everyone. Thank you. You've heard it all. You've heard it like real. Also, you drop your own comments down there. Do you think this should be legalized, like he or they said, or you think it should be managed, like my ladies say? On this issue, I mean, ladies suffer more on prostitution.
Yeah, of course,
line.
yeah.
So they don't really know what effect it's dropping on us. So please drop your comments and don't forget to follow NEN 65 Studios on all our handles: Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. Thank you so much, and we say bye.